In a new escalation of trade tensions between the two largest global economies, China announced export control measures on Thursday, targeting 28 U.S. companies. China also added 10 U.S. companies to a list of entities prohibited from conducting business within the country. The larger group primarily consists of firms involved in defense contracting, including Lockheed Martin and 5 of its subsidiaries. Other companies named are General Dynamics and 3 of its subsidiaries, 3 subsidiaries of Raytheon, 1 subsidiary of Boeing, and over a dozen additional firms. Chinese businesses are now banned from selling dual-use items, which have both civilian and military applications, to any of these companies. The Chinese Ministry of Commerce stated that the sanctions were imposed to safeguard national security, interests, and fulfill international obligations such as non-proliferation. In a second announcement, the Ministry of Commerce designated 10 of the previously listed companies as unreliable entities, imposing stricter sanctions on them. These companies are now prohibited from importing or exporting goods to and from China and from initiating new investments in the country. Executives from the listed companies are banned from entering China, and their existing work or residency permits have been revoked. The ministry explained that the sanctions were slapped because the companies had supplied arms to Taiwan, which Beijing claims as part of its territory. According to the ministry, the new measures aim to safeguard national sovereignty, security, and development interests. This latest addition to the unreliable entities list follows a previous round of sanctions announced by Beijing on December 27. In that earlier round, subsidiaries of Raytheon and Boeing were sanctioned for supplying arms to Taiwan. Liu Pengyu, spokesperson for the Chinese embassy in Washington, stated that the 28 companies facing export controls were found to endanger China's national security. He added that the Chinese government remains committed to advancing high-level economic openness and protecting the legitimate rights of all business entities. Earlier in December, the Biden administration announced a ban on the sale of advanced semiconductor equipment and high-bandwidth memory products to Chinese companies. Simultaneously, the U.S. added 140 Chinese firms to a list restricting business interaction with American companies and individuals.